Hello there. At no point during any of my content have I ever said it's okay for a woman to be brutalized by police. That's a terrible perspective. The video that you were watching was focusing on systemic racism in this country and why it is really problematic to say, I want to be in the New Zealand I grew up in, when that wasn't a great place to be. But the person that you're talking about here, Liz Gunn, she is an interesting person because while she feels she was brutalized by the police, she was still able to go to a fundraising event the next day with her arm in a sling. But other than that, in this video that she released yesterday, she's not even in a sling anymore. There's no signs of any kind of brutality there. Doesn't seem to be any kind of lasting physical impact that we can see. What we do hear in this video, though, is her talking about how she's been contemplating the death of a former prime minister, which is really obsessive and plays very much into her behaviour patterns that we've seen so far, where she goes out and she finds something to get angry and upset about, blame the Prime Minister and throw in some crocodile tears. We saw it with Baby W, we saw it at the protest, we've seen it at every chance she gets to go out and try and make a few waves, and when that doesn't work, she resorts to her media company, which, by the way, she calls herself a media company, which means that when she goes to somewhere like Auckland Airport, she has to get permission to film because that's the rules they have in place for any kind of media outlet. And her claim that she was there just to film friends seems pretty weak when this is the kind of get-up that she takes around with her. That is not home entertainment filming on a phone. That is very much media producing content kind of machinery. Which means her claims that she made to media that the rules don't apply to her are in her own head. And let's not forget, she's very well known for spreading disinformation, like this claim where she platformed and dug down that there were literally thousands of people dead in the Hawke's Bay after the cyclone, despite every piece of information saying, no, that's really not true, and the fact that hiding thousands of dead bodies is never going to be something that's done easily without anybody noticing. All the time that she stood outside the North Shore sports grounds and started screaming at parents and telling people that ambulances were coming to sneak away sick children who had collapsed because of the new vaccination scheme that had been rolled out for them. So no, I am not saying, and nor have I ever said, that it is okay for the police to brutalize anybody. What I am saying is that the person who is making these claims, who is asking us to go back to a time where systemic racism was a big thing, she's not exactly easy to trust because the content that she produces and the way that she presents herself is never on the level.